Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, dear devotees, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Welcome to this morning's Srimad Bhagavatam class. It's from Canto 2, which is entitled The Cosmic Manifestation, Chapter 7, which is entitled Scheduled Incarnations with Specific Functions. And this morning we're doing text 40. We're very fortunate to have Her Grace Madhavi Gaurangi Mataji from ISKCON, Philadelphia, to give the class. And as soon as she gets on camera, then we'll introduce her. But for your information, she is now second initiate as of Friday. Radha Swami was merciful enough, kind enough to give her second initiation, Brahman initiation in New York in the Bhakti Center. So congratulations, Mataji. So now it's your turn to give a class. Hare Krishna. Actually, she switched with me. She was supposed to give class Friday, but that was the day, last Friday, but that was the day of the initiation. So I had to do the class, and now she's taking my spot for today. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Mataji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.
And it's all yours.
Thank you so much for your blessings and kindly introduce me. I need blessings of all the devotees who are present on the call. Very kind enough, all the devotees, by the mercy of devotees only, initiation happened. Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna. Jai.
So let's start today's discussion by chanting Jai Radha Madhava. Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janvallabha Girivare Dhari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janvallabha Girivare Dhari Yashodanandana Braj Janaranjana Yashodanandana Vraj Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janvallabha Girivare Dhari Yashodanandana Vraj Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Vanachari Yamuna Tira Vanachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Sharad Bihari Radha Sharad Bihari Radhe Jaya Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Jaya Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maharani Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivijakacarya Ashtottar Shastri Srimad His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhansa Parivijakacarya Ashtottar Shastri Srimad His Divine Grace Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Śrīla Prabhupada Ki Jai नामाचार्य श्रील हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की जय। श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपीनाथ श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन धाम की जय। श्री गंगा मई की जय। श्री जमुना मई की जय। श्री भक्तिमती तुलसी महारानी की जय। समवेत भक्त वृंद की जय। गौर प्रेमानंदे Hari Hari Bol. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayan Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudiriye Nashtaprayeshu Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttama Shloki Bhaktir Bhavati Nashtaki. Hare Krishna. So we are reading from Canto 2, Chapter 7, and today's verse is verse number 40. Viṣṇor no vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha yaha prativāny api kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam viṣṇur vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha yaha prativāny api kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam viṣṇur vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha prativāny api kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam. Anyone who wants to recite the verse, please go ahead.
Viṣṇu Viṣṇo vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha ya pārthivāny kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhu.
viṣṇur vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha yaha pārthivāny kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Viṣṇur vīrya-gaṇanāṁ katamo rhatīha yaha pārthivāny api kavir vimame rajāṁsi caskambha sva-rahasāskhalatā tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ yasmāt tri-sāmya-sadanād uru-kampayānam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Okay. So, synonyms. Viṣṇu, of Lord Viṣṇu. No, but. Vīrya, prowess. Gaṇanāṁ, in the matter of accounting. Katamaha, who else, arhati, is able to do it. Iha, in this world. Yaha, one who. Pārthivāny, the atoms. Api, also. Kavihi, great scientist. Vimame, might have counted. Rajāṁsi, particles. Caskambha, could catch. Yaha, one who. Sva-rahasaha, by his own leg. Askhalatā, without being hampered. Tri-pṛṣṭhaṁ, the topmost planetary space. Yasmāt, by which. Tri-sāmya, the neutral state of the three modes. Sadanād, up to that place. Uru-kampayānam, moving very greatly. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Who can describe completely the prowess of Viṣṇu? Even the scientist who might have counted the particles of the atoms of the universe cannot do so. Because it is He only who is in His form of Trivikrama moved his leg effortlessly beyond the topmost planet, Satyaloka, up to the neutral state of the three modes of material nature, and all were moved. Purport. The highest scientific advancement of the material scientist is atomic energy. But the material scientist is not able to have an estimation of the particles of atoms contained in the whole universe. But even if one is able to count such atomic particles or is able to roll up the sky like one's bedding, even then one is unable to estimate the extent of the prowess and energy of the Supreme Lord. He is known as Trivikrama because once in his incarnation of Vamana, he expanded his leg beyond the highest planetary system, Satyaloka, and reached the neutral state of the modes of nature called the covering of the material world. There are 7 layers of material coverings over the material sky, and the Lord could penetrate even those coverings. With his toe, he made a hole through which the water of the casual ocean filters into the material sky, and the current is known as the sacred Ganges, which purifies the planets of the 3 worlds. In other words, no one is equal to the transcendently powerful Viṣṇu. He is omnipotent and no one is equal to or greater than him. So let's just start with Mangalacharan. These prayers are our Shishta Parampara, or just to show gratitude and ask for the blessings for from the previous acharyas, so that the discussion which is going to follow after that should or must contain the essence of their teachings. So whosoever knows these prayers, I'm sure everybody does, just remain on mute and chant along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadhamayam Dadati Swapadantikam. Namam Viṣṇu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vas Adi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Vancha kalpatarubhyacha kripa sindhuva evacha patita nama pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. These prayers definitely invoke auspiciousness before or after, whatever, chanting the prayers is very potent. These mantras are very potent. So whenever we get the chance, we should try to recite these mantras. All right. So today we are reading from Canto 2nd, Chapter 7 and verse 40th. But before diving into today's verse, this Bhagavad Puran, which is commonly referred as Srimad Bhagavatam, is ripened fruit of all Vedic knowledge. So whatever we do every day if we get to know the importance of that particular thing which we are doing, then the importance, after knowing the mahima or the importance of that particular thing, we can try at least to do it from our heart or inner consciousness, and which is or we can say smaranam, by keep remembering the importance why we are doing what we are doing. Otherwise, this reading of Bhagavatam can also become like a ritualistic ceremony or ritualistic thing in day-to-day life, because we are doing it every day. So Srila Vyasadeva, who is the compiler of all the Vedic text, in the very first canto, he is mentioning Nigamakalpataru Kalitam Phalam Shukamukhad Amritam Drava Samyutam Pibad Bhagavatam Rasamalayam Muhur Aho Rasika Bhuvi Bhavukaha. We have to drink Srimad Bhagavatam every day. Pibat Ras Bhagavatam Rasam Alayam. That means that this Srimad Bhagavatam is the mature fruit. And this mature fruit has juice, taste, rasa, which we should be drinking from our ear, one of our ear. So this Srimad Bhagavatam, as we read Srimad Bhagavatam, many times we feel that Shukadeva Goswami or Vyasadeva, they are again and again emphasizing on the importance of Srimad Bhagavatam. And before starting the discussion, we always say Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. But we are not getting that rasamalyam, that juice, that taste. So what's wrong? So the thing is, because of so many impressions from our past conditioning, from our lives, from our previous lives, our anartha nirvritti is not completely has been done. So that's the reason why as a routine, as a ritual, if we start doing Srimad Bhagavatam, still Srimad Bhagavatam is so potent that it can give its result to the devotees who are reading them. So Srimad Bhagavatam describes various incarnations of Lord Hari, and Srimad Bhagavatam is called Navlakshana, or 9 characteristics has been described in Srimad Bhagavatam, and these 9 characteristics has been described just to bring out the importance of the 10th Lakshana, or 10th characteristic, which is supreme shelter or Ashraya Tattva. As the readers of Srimad Bhagavatam, it's very important because there are so many topics which are coming, or events which come along the way of reading Srimad Bhagavatam. But many times we think why this topic has been discussed. Like in our Philly, we are doing Canto 3rd, Chapter 11, which is calculation of time. So many times we can think in our mind why this subtle calculation of time has been given there. So Canto 2nd, Chapter 10, verse number 1 talks about these 10 subject matters. And these 10 subject matter basically forms the main topics of all the 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam. And out of these 10 topics, only the one or the 10th topic is the main topic to which all these 9 topics are bringing out. So these topics is Atra Sarga Visargascha Sthanam Poshanam Utihi Manavantara Ishanu Katha Nirodha Mukti Ashaya. Many times we must have heard this. And I'm not going to go into the definition of this each and particular characteristic, but just to cut short the entire discussion on these 10 topics. These 10 topics, out of these 10 topics, 9 topics are dependent on the 10th topic, which is supreme shelter or Ashraya Tattva. And we can see the entire Bhagavatam is compiled by Srila Vyasadeva in order to bring out that fact that the supreme shelter or the Ashraya Tattva is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. The name is also given, Lord Shri Krishna. And that's why Vedavyas, Srila Vyasadeva, start Bhagavatam by saying Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. The very first verse. And in very first verse, he is giving the supreme shelter by saying Janmadi Asya Yataha. He is one from whom everything is emanating. Right? Everything is emanating from the supreme shelter or the supreme source. So the Srimad Bhagavatam in many occasions describes the various incarnations of Lord Hari. And these incarnations have been given, what chapter we are reading, chapter 7th of Canto 2nd. So these incarnations are given in that also. But this Canto 2nd is considered to be one of the foot of Sri Bhagavan. Now, Padma Puran, in Padma Puran, 12 cantos of Srimad Bhagavatam represents the different limbs of Sri Bhagavan. And this second canto is specifically represents one of the foot. And what is the function of a foot or feet? First two chapters are 2 feet of the Lord. What is the function of 2 feet in our body? Anybody can unmute and just tell me.
To walk is one.
Walk, yes, walk, and our whole entire body is standing on these 2 feet, or we can say foundation. So these 2 cantos definitely form the foundation for the rest of the 10 cantos. And in brief, the second canto in the first chapters from 1 to 3. In 1 to 3, these 3 chapters, we saw that Shukadeva Goswami criticized Grahamedi and brought the importance of a grahastha ashrama. And it present so many forms like Virata Rupa and Paramatma forms of the Lord at the object of worship. But at the end, and so many other yogas have been described, Ashtanga Yoga, Karma Kanda, and deity worship, process of deity worship. But at the end, we saw that Sri Shukadeva Goswami, he very beautifully brought out the importance of Bhakti Yoga. And in chapter 4th of second canto, Parikshit Maharaj asked certain questions from whom? Shukadeva Goswami. And then Shukadeva Goswami started to reply or give answers to Parikshit Maharaj, referring to the conversation which happened in one of the kalpas between Brahma and Narada. Brahma-Narada Samvada. And we know the story already. We must have heard so many times that once Narada, he went to Satyaloka. When Brahmaji was meditating, he asked, to whom you are meditating? You are the Supreme Lord. Then Brahma very nicely, he started explaining to Narada about his real own position. And Brahma, by establishing the original position of the Supreme Lord, or Brahma by accepting his subordinate position, he started explaining Narada that the shelter of the entire universe is the Supreme Lord. And during the flow of conversation, we have read about the Karya Shrishti and Karana Shrishti. What is Karya Shrishti? Elements of creation of 23 elements. Karya Shrishti. 23 elements. And then we also read about Virata Rupa. So about the 3 Purusha avatars who deal with material energy or the external potency of the Lord. Right? Till now, till 2.6, all these three Purusha avatars and their activities. What are the three Purusha avatars? Mahavishnu or Karnodakshaya Viṣṇu, Garbhodakshaya Viṣṇu, and the third one is Chirodakshaya Viṣṇu. The activities and the process of creation has been explained very nicely and in very much of a detail. And this process of creation definitely is very important for us to understand, because this process of creation explains the sambandh jnanam, or the relationship of who? Of Prakriti, Jiva, and Ishvara. Or we can say the Supreme Lord, this living entity, and material energy. How all these things are working has been explained in the process of creation very nicely. Many times we have questioned why these chapters or this second canto and third canto, half of the third canto is very technical, because these technicalities actually allowing us to understand our insignificant position as a jiva, as well as also that how this jiva is a superior energy of the Supreme Lord, and how this jiva comes under the control of, jiva means living entity, the soul comes under the control of material potency of the Lord. So all these questions which remain unanswered from time, or I can say scientists are not able, or science is not able to answer. These answers we can find in Srimad Bhagavatam. And it's definitely establish our relationship with the Supreme Lord. And now, with the start of this 7th chapter, scheduled incarnation, these incarnation, Lord take these incarnations. I remember in one of my previous discussions, I explained that there is difference between the expansion and incarnation. The expansions happen in the spiritual world, and incarnation specifically happen in the material universes, in cosmic manifestation. So those, the plenary portion of the Lord or Lord himself, when they descends to this material universe or cosmic manifestation, they are called incarnations at that time. So many times we must have heard Krishna as an incarnation. Krishna is an incarnation, and then we get confused why Krishna is incarnation. He is the supreme person. Yes, he is the supreme person, but when Krishna comes, he comes with his whole, in the body of Krishna, everybody is included. Means all his plenary portions are included. Matsya avatar, Vaman avatar, Kurma avatar, Hayagriva avatar, everything. Everybody is included in his body when Krishna comes. But he considered as an avatar, incarnation, because he descends into this material world. So in this chapter 2.7 specifically, which we are talking about, we have seen till in first 25 slokas, we have seen various Leela avatars, Manavantar avatar, Shaktavesha avatar. And I remember in one of my previous discussions, I have shown about the differences between all these avatars. But these are the plenary portions of the Supreme Lord. So many avatars, about so many avatars, and the brief description about each, about the activities of each avatara we have read, like Varaha avatar, we read Dattatreya Muni, Kapila, 4 Kumaras, Narnarayan, Prishni Garbha, so many, and activities also have been explained. And when it came to describe Lord Sri Krishna, then we can see that Brahmaji is very perfectly have given such nice elaborate description about Lord Sri Krishna, which prove that Lord Sri Krishna, he is avatari, or he is the one from whom everything is emanating. So after describing everything, especially in this text 40, which we are reading today, this text 40, we have read. Let me just take out the verse one more time, because just cancel the verse. Okay, 40. What's the translation? Translation is, who can describe completely the prowess of Viṣṇu? Huh? Who can describe completely the prowess of Viṣṇu? Even the scientist who might have counted the particles of the atoms of the universe cannot do so. So who is talking this verse? Who is speaking? Who is speaking? He is saying that Brahmaji is speaking, right? Who can count the prowess of Lord Viṣṇu? It's very difficult to count. Why it is difficult to count? And so many places and so many times this important topic has been discussed. Even not we are discussing here, but we can say the same topic Krishna is also being is describing. In Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 10th, when Krishna is describing about his opulences, then Arjuna, what he said? He said after the 4 seed verses, when Krishna gave 4 seed verses to Arjuna, Arjuna said that you are the supreme shelter, you are the supreme being, Parabrahma, Paramdhama, Pavitram, Paramam Mahan. You are the supreme being, you are the supreme shelter. And in the next verse, Arjuna said, nobody can understand you. Neither demigods understand you, nor demons understand you. Only you alone yourself can understand yourself by your internal potency. In this material universe, only you can understand yourself. That's what Arjuna is saying in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Now, if we go in 10 to 11th, chapter 16, where Krishna is describing his opulences to whom? Uddhava. That's the Uddhav Gita. So, Krishna is describing his opulences to Uddhava, and Krishna there in particular, he is saying to Uddhava, Uddhav, you know, all these opulences, even I can count what? Even I can count the atomic particles of the universes, but I cannot count my own opulences. It's not possible even for me. Krishna is saying that. In 11th canto, chapter 16, verse number 39. Let me try to take that verse so that exact verse, 11, 16, 39. All right. Here is the verse. Yeah. So 11, 16, 39. Krishna is saying, Sankhyanam Paramanum. Sankhyanam Paramanum Kalena Kriyate Maya. Na tatha me vibhutim nam srijito nandi koti shiraha. Krishna is saying, translation is given, even though over a period of time, I might count. Who is speaking? So who is speaking? I. Krishna is speaking. I might count all the atoms of the universe. I could not count all of my opulences which I manifest within innumerable universes. So Arjuna is saying that you alone know yourself. Only you are the person who alone know yourself, but other or demigods, demon, any powerful person, nobody can understand you except you yourself. But here Krishna in 11th canto, when he's talking to Uddhava, explaining his own opulences, he's saying, I cannot count my own opulences. So what is the mismatch? Arjuna is saying something else and Krishna is admitting something else. If we closely look in chapter 10 of Bhagavad Gita, there Arjuna mentioned about one universe. He said only you can alone yourself by your internal potency, your activities in universe, not universes. So here Krishna in Canto 11th is saying he is not even present in all the atoms in this particular Brahmanda, in this particular material universe. But Krishna is present in all the material universes, in spiritual world, in material worlds, there are billions of Brahmandas, billions, because from the Romakupa or from the pores of Mahavishnu, Karanodakshaya Vishnu, these Brahmandas, so many Brahmandas have been created. So nobody, even Krishna is admitting that he is not able to, he can find the atoms. He can count the atoms because he's the Supreme Lord. But he cannot count his own opulences. He cannot count his own opulences. And here scientists, they come in the picture and they say that, we can perform any kind of task which is surprising to the normal brain or to the normal human being. And Krishna in 7.15, we know, he is saying, Namam dushkritro mudha prapadyante naradhama mayaya paratha jnana ashturam asuram bhavam ashrita. Asuram bhavam ashrita. And the special name which Krishna has given to these scientists is mayaya paratha jnana, that they have so much knowledge. They are so intelligent, but they don't know the real facts, the real truth. Our illusionary energy of the Lord is so powerful that it covers their intelligence to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna. So it's very difficult for them to understand the potencies of the Lord. Now these Lord's potencies are inconceivable or achintya. Inconceivable or achintya, or the meaning of inconceivable, we can see that those things which we cannot catch with our material senses or with our material experiences. Why? Because there are 4 kinds of defects in human being. Even defectless human being, we can see defectless human being like Brahmaji and others, they cannot even find out the potencies of the Lord. Even Ananta Shesha, after this verse 2741, it is going to be explained. Explanation will be there that Ananta Shesha, with his thousands of mouth, he is glorifying the Lord, but till now he is not able to glorify all his potencies or all his opulences. And when we read Srimad Bhagavatam, so there are, even when Krishna comes into this, we have seen the opulences of the Lord till chapter 6, which Krishna, the Purusha avatars, he deals with the material energy, and through material energy, how this creation comes along into picture. But when Krishna, he comes and he manifests in his original form, and he display his manifested, and he display his pastimes in this manifestation or in this world, then also there are so many examples, or there are so many stories in which we can see that how Krishna and Balaram, they showed prowess or their opulences. And one of such events is in Canto 10th, chapter 39, where we see that Akrurji, he was taking Lord Krishna and Balaram back to Mathura, back to Mathura on the orders of Kansa. And on the way, Akrura, he took bath in Yamuna river. And when he went inside the Yamuna river, he saw there four-armed Lord Vasudeva. Four-armed Lord Vasudeva, and not only that, along the bedside of Anantashesha, on Anantashesha, Lord Viṣṇu was sleeping. It's given in verse number 55 of that chapter. There are internal potencies of the Lord which were there along the bedside of Lord Viṣṇu. Lord Viṣṇu, who is the representatives of the Lord. And the names have also been given, 1039-55. The name says Shriya, Pushtaya, Gira, Kanteya. These potencies, these internal potencies were there with Lord. Shri, Pushti, Gira, Kanti, Kirti, Tushti, Ila, and Urja. And in the purport section, we can see that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is also explaining the 6 opulences of the Lord. That Shri is the potency of wealth. Pushti is of strength. Gira is knowledge. Kanti is beauty. And Kirti is fame. And Tushti is renunciation. And Ila is Lord's Bhu Shakti, or we can say Sandhani Shakti of the Lord. So there are so many potencies of the Lord who were standing right there. And also, not only that, he also saw Vidya, Avidya, and Maya also standing there in 39th chapter of Canto 10th. So, and he became so astonished. How come in the river of Yamuna, underneath the river of Yamuna, he is seeing all these things? So this is so astonishing what Akrura saw in underneath the waters of Yamuna. And not only that, we know in 10th canto, there is in 10th canto, I think it's chapter 12th. In chapter 12th, we have seen verse number 3. It has been given that when Krishna and Balaram, cowherd boys, the team of Krishna with cowherd boys, they came out with unlimited number of calves. When Krishna used to go for cow grazing, there were unlimited number of cows and calves assembled there. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has given this asankhyata, 10, 12, 3, that unlimited. Krishna's calves were unlimited in the purport. Srila Prabhupada has given, which is again the commentary of Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, that we may speak of hundreds and thousands and 10,000 and hundred of thousand, millions and billions, trillions, tens of brillions, and so on. But it is very impossible to even count the cowherd boys and calves of Krishna. Very, very difficult. Now we can say this doubt can come into our mind, how it is possible. How it is possible in a small area of Vrindavan, how come these so many of cowherd boys, calves, were uniting with Krishna while he was going for cow grazing. Not only trillions of cowherd boys are there. Exact references 10, 12, and 3. 10, 12, 3 in Bhagavatam. It's given there. So how it is possible? How it is possible? Many times we tend to think like that. How it is possible? So in order to explain that, Krishna has so many potencies, but in order to make, or in order for us to understand all these potencies have been divided into 3 subcategories. And that's internal potency, marginal potency, and the third is internal potency, marginal potency, and external potency of the Lord. Now, this internal potency of the Lord also has subsections. So, internal potency of the Lord has Sandhani Shakti, Samvit Shakti, and Ladini Shakti. So, whenever the Supreme Lord comes into this material world and manifests his pastimes, visible pastimes, then at that time, Sandhani Shakti also expand all the existence, the Dham, the existence of Dham, Vrindavan Dham is nothing but the expansion of Sandhani Shakti, which we call Sandhani Shakti as Adhar Shakti also. And this Sandhani potency of the Lord is there for the existence, or facilitates all the existence. That means the Dham is existing. The Krishna, definitely Krishna needs a place to display his pastime. So the Dham is existing, and the Dham is taking its size and shape according to the desire of the Lord. According to the desire of the Lord. So dham is extending itself according to the Sandhini Shakti. This Sandhini Shakti is working. And this Sandhini Shakti is, because of this Sandhini Shakti, all the Gwal Bals, cowherd boys, Krishna's friends, all the gopis, they are existing. This is the existential Shakti of the internal potency of the Lord. So this Sandhini Shakti or Adhar Shakti is the reason how come this Dham, which today we can see 32 miles, how come everything is just fitting into that? And many times we just think that this is exaggeration, which is given in the Shastras or in Bhagavatam. When we read, especially 10th canto, okay, second canto, third canto is still easy to digest because we don't have experience beyond the 7 layers of, we don't have experience of even the 7 layers of the material universe. So we think, okay, this happened, Purusha avatars happens, and these all energies are coming out from the Lord, Kali Shakti and Vibrat Shakti, all these Shaktis, all this energy and the Anda or Brahmanda is forming. Now here in this material world, we have experience of living in a particular place. We have experience of how many things can fit in a particular place. We have experience of when we go to Dham, Vrindavan Dham. We know how Vrindavan Dham looks. What's the experience? So many times when we read, and in this today's purport also, it has been given, even if someone can roll up the sky as the bed, then also he is not able to understand the potency of Krishna, which is true. It's not, it's next to impossible to understand the potencies of the Lord. Even Lord is mentioning, I explained you the verse from 11th canto, and not in 11th canto, even in 10th canto also, in 10th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Krishna at the very end, 1042, he's telling Arjuna, after explaining all the opulences, that, Arjuna, what? I am giving you all my opulences, but understand what is the use of understanding all these things with only one fragment of my portion. I am supporting and pervading the entire universe, And what is then one fragment which Krishna is talking about? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying that one fragment of Krishna's portion he is referring to Karanodakshaya Viṣṇu. That Karanodakshaya Viṣṇu, Mahavishnu, is one portion of the portions of the Lord. Anyways, I was discussing that we have experience of Vrindavan. So many times we think, oh, this is all exaggeration. 900,000 cows of Nanda Maharaj, this is all exaggeration. Even when we read about the family of Krishna in Dwaraka, so it has been given that there were how many 3 billion teachers were employed to just educate the children of Krishna in Dwaraka. And then also it has been given that Maharaj Ugrasen had an entourage of like 30 trillion attendants. So if we think that this current population of the world is estimated to be around how much? 8 billion? Anyone knows the exact number? I just heard 8 billion somewhere.
Yeah, it's close, about 7.5 billion. Yeah.
Yes, 7 yes. Yeah. So this I heard, 8 billion persons. And this is when we hear this and read this, then are the Shastra actually telling the truth? So there, when we feel that the Shastra is exaggerating, there is a particular word in Sanskrit which represents this position, and it's called Arthavad. Arthavad means that understanding or thinking that the Shastra is exaggerating. Though the thing is, which I was explaining, the answer to that, which has been given by our acharyas, this Sandhani potency or the Adhara Shakti of the Lord has the potency to increase in number many-fold times when Krishna is manifesting his pastimes, his pastimes on the earth or on the material universe. So we should never get this what you call a thought in our mind, thinking that all these things are just good in writing, but in fact it never happens. It happens. 10-12-3, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying there that there were trillions of cows and young calves, and cowherd boys, which nobody can count. Nobody can count. So Krishna had that kind of opulence. And there is a story, which comes like that, that once Narayan Rishi, Sri Narayan Rishi, he was telling the story to Narada Muni about once Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva, they wanted to, and Lord Shiva and Yamaraj, these three demigods, or these three personalities, wanted to travel to Vaikuntha-loka, and they wanted to see Goloka Vrindavan, the spiritual world. And they went there and they asked, they crossed the 7 layers of material universe, and then they went there in Vaikuntha-loka, where Mahavishnu is there, and asked how we can go and go Loka. So it has been said that Mahavishnu gave the direction, and these three personalities just travel on this speed of mind. And then they saw Goloka Vrindavan. So Gopal Champu by Jiva Goswami also describes the Goloka Vrindavan, which is the topmost spiritual planet. And if we read the description, it's like next to impossible. How can such a huge thing is possible? Yeah, because here in this particular verse we discussed in the purport that Lord about Trivikrama, Vamana, Lord Vamana, what he did after taking alms from Bali, or after taking the promise of giving 3 steps, when Bali, Lord, that small boy Vamana, he just converted himself into such a giant, huge body, and then he just pierced the layers of universe and the Viraja river, which is the divider between spiritual world and the material world. So some of the few drops come, and that become river Ganges. So it's not very easy for us to comprehend how can such a thing happen. But if we hear about the spiritual loka, which we call Tripad Vibhuti, and how big spiritual world is, and Goloka Vrindavan is, how wonderful Goloka Vrindavan is, how transcendental Goloka Vrindavan is, then it's even very difficult for us to comprehend that how great Krishna is. And Krishna himself is admitting that because I am in all the atoms, so I can find out how many atoms are there in this particular universe. But I cannot find out my opulences, because every day, every moment, Krishna's opulences are increasing. Every day, every moment, Krishna's opulences are increasing. And Krishna admitted that I am not able to just find out the limit of my infinite opulences. But here is the, we can say, here is the twist in the story. And what's the twist in the story? That's true. No one can find out about the opulence of the Krishna. No one is equal to what to talk about above than Krishna. But only one person can be above and can keep that infinite Lord under the control. And who is that person? A pure devotee of the Lord. A pure devotee of the Lord can keep Krishna under his control, can keep Krishna's energy out of their own way, just like Mother Yashoda. He wanted to bind the belly of the Supreme Lord, and he kept trying, and she wanted to try bind the belly of the Lord, and she kept trying, nothing worked. But then when Mother Yashoda's love just exploded, then even that Mother Krishna's Kripa Shakti, Krishna's Bhakt Vashyata. Vashyata means that he is under the control of Mother Yashoda. Krishna had to get bound by the ropes of love and devotion of Mother Yashoda. So that's the reason why Prema Bhakti is extremely difficult to get. Extremely difficult to get. Now we hear on one side, oh, Bhakti is very easy. There is no prerequisite requires, no prerequisite. You just enter into the Bhakti Marga. Wherever you are, just enter. It's very easy. Krishna is saying, Bhaktya Mam Abhijanati. So I'm going to enter in Bhakti Marga. And here we, Rupa Goswami, he is in his Bhakti Rasamrit Sindhu, he is defining one of the characteristic or one of the characteristic of Uttama Bhakti, or sorry, Bhava Bhakti as Sudurlabha. Sudurlabha means very difficult to obtain. Durlabha means difficult to obtain. Sudurlabha, Su means very difficult to obtain. So what's the mismatch? Once we are saying Bhakti is easy, no prerequisites, or here we are saying Sudurlabha. So the answer is, which has been given, it is easy to enter the path of the Bhakti, but it is not easy to jump onto the other level of Bhakti, which is Bhava Bhakti. Very difficult. Why? Because of the impressions, or because of the anarthas, and because of the keep committing offenses onto the holy name. Bhakti is very potent and can display its potency, and it's not in is under the control of my pious or impious karmas or activities. But Bhakti refused to show its potency when she sees that the devotee who is on the sadhamana marg is, or who is practicing the devotional service, is not trying to practice it nicely and committing offenses onto the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. So Bhakti is Sudurlabha. But entering into Bhakti is easy. And Krishna don't give the Bhakti very easily to anybody, because he knows once he give it, then what's going to happen? The devotee is going to rule the Lord. And only devotee understand the opulences of the Lord. Srimati Radharani, who is the personification of the pleasure potency of the Lord, personification of the present, she is the personified deity of Ladini Shakti. She is the one who understands it. And in order to understand her mood, and in order to understand what love she is getting from me, Krishna has to come as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Oh, the time is over. I'm sorry, I just keep going on. It's such a beautiful topic. And thank you so much, Parikshit Prabhu, for giving me this chance to describe the opulences. I cannot describe the opulences of the Lord, but to speak on today's words. And I'm sorry that I kept, changing my dates. Something, comes up all the time. I don't know why, but thank you so much. So whatever you have understood in the discussion, it's because of the mercy of my Shiksha Guru, Diksha Guru, Shravan Gurus, and from our previous acharyas. They have given us these teachings, and whatever mistakes I have done, because I'm a human being, I have 4 defects. Whatever faults or defects I have done, or I have in me, please excuse me. All of you are such exalted Vaishnavas. Please bless me so that I can keep continuing on my path of devotional service. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Well, thank you very much for trying very much to describe the opulence of the Lord. You said it's actually impossible to the Lord himself, can't even count it. And certainly Ananta can also describe all the opulences of the Lord. Wonderful points that you made, and also the references, some of which I was looking in the background and pulled up. So thank you very much. If you're describing something that is so unlimited, it is not surprising that the time went by you without noticing, because of the nature of what you were talking about. So dear devotees, if you have a question, please unmute yourself. I see that Jackie Mataji already has a hand up. So Jackie, please go ahead. And by the way, you put something on the chat, so since you're ready to speak, you might as well just speak and also explain what you have on the chat. Hare Krishna. So please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Mataji, all glory to Srila Prabhupada, great class. I want to know where I can find those prayers that you sang that bring about auspiciousness.
Oh, Mangalacharan prayers.
Name, where I can find them. That's my thank you.
Yeah. Mangalacharan prayers, you can find, I mean, everywhere, Mataji. If you can type onto, go in the ISKCON Desire Tree. And also we have books also which describe all these prayers. You have to just write Mangalacharan prayers and you will find the entire list of prayers. I did, because of interest of time, we do not recite the entire prayers, but there is a list of the long prayer and describing each and every the glorification of each and every acharya in the movement, actually. So you can find it online in ISKCON Desire Tree also. There has to be prayers. So
Yes, Mataji. Which one did you cover today? Which one did you sing today?
Okay, I sang Om Agyana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya. You write Mangalacharan prayers and you will find these. Chakshur Unmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So this is a prayer to our spiritual master, to our Guru, that, you know, I am born in the ignorance. Now you take me to the light, or the, you will read the translation also, should be there. So,
okay.
Yes.
Someone type the title of the one in for today for me, please, in the chat, the name of the one for today. Thank you, Mataji. Thank you.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't hear. What did you want typed?
The one that Mataji sang today, the particular prayer.
Oh, okay. Oh my God. Do you do the second one also? Sva-rahasāskhalatā?
Yes, I do. Srila Prabhupada Pranams Chaitanya Manobhishtam, the Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam also. The second.
Okay, so the Rupa-pranam. Okay, so those are the first two.
Two.
If you
And
go
then
to Mangalacharna, that is just the very first two verses.
Yes.
I'll give it to you. You get that, that's what you did.
And there is a detailed Mangalacharan which is given. At least if it's not singing, we should be reciting that.
Yeah, it's much longer, but the first two verses are there. ISKCON Desire Tree.
Can give you.
Then, yeah, you write Mangala. Okay, I'll type something on there so you know also. Okay, any other?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. I just shared the link on the Zoom chat.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Oh, okay.
ISKCON
Mangalacharna prayers. Okay. So yeah, so Jackie, it's on there now. If you could just highlight it and copy it, then you got it.
Yes.
You can do right from there, and then put it on your browser, and then boom, you should be there. And the first two verses were the ones Mataji was praying today. Okay. Thank you, Damodar. Okay. Any other questions? We're past the hour now, but you know, any questions or comments that you want Mataji to answer, please unmute yourself now.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please
Hare
accept my
Krishna.
thanks for glory to Prabhupada. Thank you for the class, Mataji. It's very nice. I'm very happy to see you getting second initiation. We were all watching the program actually.
Yeah.
So it was wonderful. I wanted to ask a question. Towards the end, you were saying that it is easy to get on the path of devotional life or spirituality, but it is difficult to continue or go on. So can you give some recommendation, maybe one or two, that will be we can hold on to these two things, or one thing, and keep on going? So yeah, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much. Prabhuji, for your wonderful question. I'm struggling myself, so I'm nobody to give you any recommendation. But the thing is, what acharyas have given to us, we should try to avoid. We should try to avoid offenses, especially the offenses, the 10 offenses which has been given, 10 offenses which has been given to us, and it's mentioned in the Padma Puran also. So we should try to safeguard our Bhakti Lata Bij by making fences against the offenses. So that's very important, Prabhu. But many times when we are in our normal routine life, we tend to forget. And Arthavad, we should try to avoid. This is one of the offense also which has been given to think that the glories of holy names is exaggeration, is also one of the offense. So we should try to do that. Offenses is the major portion. And the other thing is only kripa of our guru and power of a pure devotee can lift us up, our consciousness. So definitely be in the association of those devotees to whom you think that they are inspiring you and helping you and guiding you in the path of bhakti. It's very important. Our association is definitely the thing where we want to go. Association, avoiding offenses, definitely doing our swadhyay, and whatever we are reading, try to take lessons from those, and try to take lessons and try to cultivate. If I don't have drid shraddha or firm conviction in the injunctions of shastras, then try to cultivate that, because firm faith is the one which is the gluing element for the path on the path of the bhakti. The firm shraddha or the firm drid shraddha or the firm conviction is not a limb of the bhakti, but it is definitely a tool which will keep you going, and power. And the other is power of your Guru Maharaj, kripa of your Guru Maharaj, mercy from the Vaishnavas, and try to avoid the offenses. Yeah, I mean, that's what I know, Prabhu. And I'm struggling myself. So I'm nobody to give anybody any recommendation here.
Hare Krishna. We're all going through purification process. That's just for many of us, lifelong situation. So, but thank you, actually. Thank you for any other questions? If not, then we'd like to thank you, Mataji. Again, congratulations on second initiation.
Thank you so
And
much.
now you work with Dronacharya, you might wind up on the altar. We'd like to see you. And second initiation gives you 10s on the altar. So at some point, I'm looking at a vision of me visiting, I don't want to get personal about it, but visiting Philadelphia and seeing you on the altar, Pujari. That would be very nice. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Jai. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya kripa sindhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you again, dear devotees. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Glory Srila Prabhupada.